bright idea that, dude, I'm going to sell burial insurance to old poor people, man. I bet you in your third grade class, when the teacher asked you to stand up and say, "What do you want to be when you grow up, Jimmy?" You didn't say, "I want to sell burial insurance." I didn't. I wanted to play baseball, man. So you know what? When I realized I couldn't be a sports athlete, I said, dude, I could be a sales athlete, man. I could still play ball. So hump day, dude. So anyways, we go through this stuff and we get wooed into this business, and we see all these interviews, how to make $50 million in 6 months and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we hear all this stuff, you know what I mean? So and so made $8,000 in 12 hours. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, dude, like, why can't I do that? Well, you can. But here's the thing. They don't tell you like the underlying factors, you know what I mean, of what it takes to be doing these things. So without further ado, let me just get into it, because it's three simple things. You need to buy leads every week. You need to do the activity, and you need to train. I'm going to say it again. You need to buy leads every week. You need to do the activity, and you need to train. And if you're not doing all three of those on a regular basis, then you're going to run into problems. So let's go into buy leads every week. It sounds pretty straightforward, right? If I have it's hard at first. Like, if you don't have the budget, then that's tough. You might have to work up to it. I think a lot of us who get into the business, including myself at one point, we had to just have a level of confidence in ourselves, and some of us just have to take out a loan or something. But I don't care how you flip it. When I first got in the business, I had the cash that I had built up. I had about $5,000 and I dropped it, and I didn't do the activity or the training like I should. And eventually I fell on my face 9 months later. But you definitely need to buy leads every week. Now, this is what I'll tell you where the mind screw is with agents. Sometimes they have the money to buy leads every week. They buy leads, they do okay. They decide to buy leads again, they do okay. They buy leads again. We're on our third week, we do okay. Then all of a sudden they fall on the fourth week. Hypothetically, they fall on their face. They don't make no money, or they don't make a lot. Now they're freaking out, and they're like, dude, I didn't make a lot of money this week. I don't want to buy leads. And so they start doing things that are not successful, that is unsuccessful behavior. And they'll do something like, they'll say, you know what, I'm going to resolve all my leads from this lead batch because I feel really bad. And so instead of buying leads for a fifth week, on the fifth week, they're just chasing their tail around beat up leads that they've door knocked over and over again, pounded on the phone. And they're like, when I get through all those leads, then I'll do it. Then I'll get some. And you fall into that. And you can't do that, like we can always equate these things to like $1 billion corporations. You think a $1 billion corporation looks at like last week's profits and says, oh, we lost money. Let's hold off on doing advertising because we need to figure out what happened. And then we just like spend our time spinning our wheels. Heck no, dude. They're like full throttle. We had a bad week. Whatever. Spend another $5 million on advertising, Joe. Let's get this going. You know what I mean? Like, you have to keep buying leads. You have to keep buying leads. Okay, let's talk about activity. I run into agents that will buy leads, and dude, man, their work ethic is just horrible, dude. So this is the bottom line. Let's just keep it real here. And for those of you who've been around for a while, you know what I'm talking about. You want to be successful and you got the lead flow coming in, you're going to be out there 50 hours plus a week, man. Let's just stop. 40 hours, man. If you want to work 40 hours a week, go clock in and clock out, dude. Clock in and clock out somewhere. I mean, if you're doing part-time, that's fine. But I'm saying, if you really want to make six figures, if you have the dream of being one of those people on Dave's interviews that are, I made $15,000 in 3.5 days, or, all this stuff that's going on. And those people are doing it. That's the thing. They're doing it, but you don't know exactly what the real skinny is.
Hey everyone, if you want the highest commission levels in the final expense industry, up to 130%, go to davidduford.com and find out more. We give agents the highest commission levels so they can be the most successful in the final expense industry. That's davidduford.com. Apply now. We'll see you then.